Okay, we're out of executive session. There was no, just, what is the language that we have to, no decision being made, nothing voted on? Okay. As we move on, we're gonna go back to item 5 and board reports, and we're going to do the interim president secretary, and we're gonna skip the treasurer and executive director's report, and we're going to then move on after that. But as interim, I just want interim president report. I wanted to, where's my paper that I have? There, oh, this is the letter. You all received this letter from the city of Laredo. You all forwarded it. It's about the, not using your position on the board to support or to, well, this letter says especially not to express any negative thoughts about what a position at the city is being taken. It's either way. You don't support or you don't not support any position at the city using your title at here, and this is really important to follow. I'm glad the city sent this out. This is really good. It's really important to follow because as a local government corporation created by council, you know, this is, did you all read this letter that you all got? I'll pass it around. You all can
the email?
yes. Yeah. And, but it's for any, whether it's positive or negative on anything that the city is doing, especially like referendums or anything like that, don't use your capacity as a board member to say this is what I feel as a board member of this organization. Okay. So can we have secretary's report?
Yeah, so I'll be brief. Just wanted to let you all know, as you saw, about the updated meeting minutes format. So moving forward, we're just going to be more descriptive on there and state what discussions were had. The other thing that I did mention briefly in executive session was about the agenda and the reports being ready. So if you all ever have anything that you want that you have the board to review, we need to send it at least a week before the meeting is going to happen. So if you're interested, you can email it to me as the secretary, and I'll send it to community development, who will be the liaison for LCUAS, and they'll email it out to you all, or they'll put it in our folders. And I did create a calendar reminder for the officers that Monday, so that it'll be ready by Thursday. So I didn't bring my folder with me, but TML, our insurance group, they did send a notice that we need to provide IT personnel contact information, but to my knowledge, I wanted to just check in with the board and see. We don't have somebody who does IT because we don't have any like computer infrastructure, correct? Because they just wanted to, I guess, minimize the threat of the cybersecurity threats. So they're asking every organization that they represent if they can let them know who their IT personnel is, their contact information. But that's irrelevant for LCUAS, correct? We don't have an IT personnel. Yeah. Okay. So just wanted
I have a
to.
computer for LCUAS.
Oh yes, it's from. Okay.
It's my computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I can make note of that. And then they did update the TML costs, and that's something that I left in my other folder, but that I was going to give to Bobby since he's a treasurer. But basically, the total increase was $901 for the whole year. So they upped the liability insurance, the automobile, the property crime, and the workers' comp. So in total, we're going to be charged $901 more compared to 2024. And I think it takes into effect think in July or August.
The total is at 900.
Yeah,
It's
additional.
plus 900. Yeah.
Do you remember
So-
what it was before? No.
I don't,
I think it was in the $3,000 range, wasn't
yeah, I
So
think it was
it'll
like
be an
2,000
So it's gonna be
something.
close to 4,000?
Yeah, yeah, and I have those, the document for the treasurer. And then lastly, I did wanna just let you know that we need to reschedule our meeting because the Thursday when we usually have our meetings is June 19th and the city will be closed, on holiday for Juneteenth, National Independence Day, so we should probably decide on our meeting for the month of June. So I think Myra said that she couldn't the week after, that she'll be busy, but I don't know if you all wanna check your calendars and if it makes sense to meet maybe the second Thursday.
Which is June 12th. I think I have a meeting.
Okay. Well, we
What
can
time,
do-
at 1:30? On the 12th?
Yeah, if that works with everybody.
Yes, I have a meeting in the morning.
Oh, okay, well, maybe
That also got moved because of that.
we can do June 26th.
No, I mean, the 12th is fine in the afternoon, because we're doing
Oh,
at 1:30, right?
yeah, so you'll be
I have a meeting in the morning, but 1:30
Okay,
works.
does that work with everybody, June 12th?
June 12th, okay.
June 12 when?
At 1:30.
Yeah.
it? June what?
12th. It's a Thursday. It's the Thursday before Juneteenth.
And if we do decide to go with that date, we would need to provide the agenda, no later than June 5th, which, yeah,
Nice.
well.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Is it here?
Yes, right, is that possible for you on June 12th at 1:30? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that
June
concludes my
12th,
report.
you said, 1:30?
Yeah, so the agenda would have to be submitted on June 5th, before noon.
Do we have to make a motion on that item?
Do we need a motion?
I guess we can make motion. I don't know if we need
Do
to,
we?
but.
I mean, it's not
I mean,
on
it's on the
the,
agenda, but
No, it's not.
it's in the second page. Discussion possible action concerning the June meeting date.
then yes.
I guess, yeah.
So we'll go through and
Yeah.
then we'll just change it. Okay. So, item 7, discussion regarding the status of Jose Moreno's independent contractor agreement and possible action regarding the job responsibilities, title revision to urban agriculture, education administrator, and compensation. I'd like to entertain, if possible, a motion here if we can set up a meeting with him to discuss this item and then bring it back to the board at the next meeting.
So the
Or before.
committee,
Yeah,
not all the board, right? To meet with him? just
yeah,
the
to
committee?
meet with a committee, with a Fed, whoever wants to be there, to discuss this, so he has a chance to review the documents. Is that something we can discuss? If there is any discussion on that motion? Motion.
I make a motion to meet with Jose Moreno to discuss the contract agreement along
Okay.
with other members of the board.
Okay, is there anybody who wants to get?
I'll
Okay.
join, yeah.
Would you?
Sure.
Would you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. So, you
Yeah,
got that,
okay.
Feather?
Yeah.
Okay, great. A
So
date?
wait, Nidia, Francisco, and Viviana and myself.
Ari.
Oh, Ariana.
But can we have that many of us, or does it count again as a meeting? I'm still learning.
I'm sorry?
Like, when we meet with him, it can be the whole board again?
No, when we meet
Okay.
with him, it's just the committee.
Oh.
And to
well,
discuss this and then bring it
But
back
it
to
would have
the
to be
board.
5 of us, which I think we're
That's like
okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, because I was not on the original committee.
The bylaws.
No, the bylaws, it was,
You
Oh,
are- No,
but,
she's on,
No,
it's
maybe.
okay for you to
Oh.
be on other committees too. They're temporary committees, this isn't really, it's just a meeting.
okay.
We can meet at Able City if you would like. That's, or any place that you would like to meet is fine.
What date?
What date? As soon as possible.
I'm out the rest of the week.
We are, well, it's Monday, I think, is everybody working here until Friday?
I won't be here.
You won't be
Yes,
there?
I'm out of town from
Yeah.
Wednesday to Friday.
Thursday or Friday?
Well, if I don't have to be there, if y'all wanna meet, I mean,
I
Well,
can
I
meet
think
you.
Monday is a holiday for us.
Yeah.
the 26th.
I-
Monday's a holiday.
This Wednesday, if
Yeah.
not next Tuesday, next week.
Next
I'm
Tuesday?
good. I'm good next Tuesday.
Next
Oh,
Tuesday.
Actually, I'm gonna be out of town next Tuesday.
No, but it's not a board meeting.
Oh, okay.
It's just a meeting to
Oh, yeah, the
go
little.
over
Yeah.
these items with her.
Next
Okay.
Tuesday, I'm good.
Yeah, like May 27th?
Yeah.
That works with
Yeah.
me.
10 or what time?
What time?
Yeah. Viviana?
So Tuesday, what's the date?
The 27th,
Okay,
at what time?
what time?
Can we meet like 10 in the morning?
10 a.m. is fine.
Okay, because I have a
And then-
meeting in the afternoon, but 10 will work.
And it'll be at Able City?
If you all like.
Is it
that
downtown?
okay? Yeah, it's downtown, that's right. 901 Victoria Street, big tree in the front.
Let me write it down.
Okay. Moving
Oh,
on.
wait, I made a motion.
Oh,
Wait.
sorry.
Oh, second.
Oh, sorry,
Second.
second,
Mhm.
second,
Yeah, second.
second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? None heard, motion carries. Okay, item 8, discussion and possible action regarding revisions to the previously approved Director of Programming and Administration job title, sorry. That should read, I need provision on this, guys. It's, the name is, Director,
It says Urban Agriculture Education
Right.
Administrator.
Urban Ag. No, sorry, this is correct. This has to do with the original job title that we had for what was the executive director's position as defined by the bylaws. Okay, so we had done a job title, for the job, description of executive director that was Director of Programming and Administration. That we have, because of the meetings that we had with the bylaws committee, we have to change that to executive director. So, we have already approved the job description and to go out, to put a notice for the job description, but since we changed the title, we need to bring it back to the board for the title change. That's all we're doing. We're changing the title. Based on what we have to do according to our bylaws, okay?
So it needs to be an action.
Our bylaws that are part of a local government, I want to be precise here, part of a local government corporation resolution with the city of Laredo, okay? So, if we can entertain a motion on just changing the name so that it fits the bylaws.
And the language on the compensation or benefits, I mean?
Yes, and to change it to what was the word that
I have it, I have like all the different,
Allowance,
it's here.
Allowance.
Allowance available.
Allowances?
Benefits and allowances available.
Okay, you have that note?
Yes.
So you're gonna change that, you got that note, Feather?
Okay, yeah, so,
So it's benefits and allowances and benefits available.
so I'll make a motion to rename the job posting to executive director and to change the benefits language to read benefits and allowances available instead of health insurance stipends for cell phone and car,
Okay, all those,
to meet our bylaws.
any discussion?
Second?
Any discussion? Okay, none heard for discussion. All those in favor? All those opposed? None heard, motion carries. Moving on. Okay, this is 9. Discussion with possible action regarding posting date of revised LCUAS job opportunity and methods of advertising. I'd like to entertain a motion on whether, so to post as soon as we make those revisions, but where we post and for how long is what we need to.
But is it after we meet with Jose?
No, we're posting.
Okay, but you still have to, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause you
So
have,
are you making the motion?
No,
No,
I'm
okay.
entertaining a motion.
So I'll make a motion to post the job opportunity for LCUAS once we make those small revisions that we need, and for it to be posted on our website,
Where else?
social media. Where else are we posting
Indeed.
it? Indeed.
No, but social media, I would like to not do it on social media if possible.
Okay. So it's website?
It would be website, it would be Indeed,
I believe Indeed is one of the
Indeed.
best places.
LinkedIn is something.
LinkedIn we have talked about as well.
And for position to be open until filled.
I second.
Okay, can I get some help on, I'll send the revisions, but I need help on this posting. I've never posted on Indeed or LinkedIn or anything. No, anybody?
I've never done it, but I can look into it.
Well, how does it, does LCUAS have a LinkedIn? No?
yeah, so it'd be hard to put it there unless you have an account, correct?
I know Able City does, but I don't know how it goes out for, like, if we can just post anything for anybody, I don't know.
No, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have to have an account.
Yeah.
Like an account, like,
Like an account for,
Paid
with,
or-
I think so. If I'm not mistaken.
I think the same is true with, oh no, Indeed lets you post for
do
free.
we have to put it in the newspaper?
So, if we have the money for it, we can put it in the newspaper. I don't know if that's a requirement in our bylaws,
No.
so then we don't have to. So if I'm not mistaken, Indeed doesn't charge, and
I don't think it does.
LinkedIn does. So maybe we can start off by posting
Indeed and website.
Indeed and website. So do I have to say my motion?
Can somebody, what did you, what would,
Just not LinkedIn.
no, why don't we try and figure it out? Let's just say,
Okay.
how about a motion that says all these and we'll try and figure out how to do it
Okay.
like that. And if somebody can help, I'll figure out LinkedIn. Can somebody figure out Indeed?
I'll look into it after lunch.
Yes, okay. And the website was that simple. Okay. Position to be, oh, can you make those revisions, Fede, on the
Motion?
draft? The two little revisions?
Yeah.
I think the name's already been done, but.
Yeah, so it would just be the benefits.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have the Word document, like as a file.
okay, I'll send it.
Okay.
So, Fede second, so,
Yeah, all in
all
favor?
in
All in favor?
Okay, sorry. No, so, motion by Nidia, seconded by
favor?
Fede. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? None heard, motion carries. Okay. Discussion and possible action regarding the facilitation of Laredo Food Policy Council. I put this item on the agenda because City Makery was helping with that as much as we could. I don't have anybody helping me in City Makery anymore, and I don't have the time to do that. I haven't been able to, I haven't actively put out a notice for a job for City Maker. Usually people come and they want to participate in it, but that hasn't happened and I can't do it. So we need to figure out a way to get that done. And maybe, since the facilitation is part of what, one of the things the new job title has in its responsibilities, I guess we can wait, but we all kind of represent different organizations that are part of the Food Policy Council, and we have not had a meeting. I guess this really doesn't have to be voted on, but would you all entertain possibly putting out an invitation to the Food Policy Council and having a general meeting with them of what the restructuring and how, we're gonna be doing things going forward, and so that we can everybody can feel comfortable that it's not just lingering out there. It's been we had a kind of a coalition event that happened with Common Ground through the Food Policy Council, which was very successful, and one of the great things of the organization that this board has done to make that possible. But like an official meeting that has been put together by LCUAS, that has not happened. So in about 3 months, guys. So what do you all think we should do?
Personally, I think it would be wise to wait till we fill the executive director position, so that we can kind of introduce them to each other and then kind of set an expectation as well for both LFPC and the executive director.
Oh, that makes great sense. So I don't think that needs to be in a motion, but, or do you think it does? I don't know. I don't think it does. I think we just move on from there. I just want to make everybody aware that that is,
I mean, we can
and that's a
postpone
good
it.
plan.
Yeah.
We can postpone it and then bring it back whenever we're ready. If that's what you like.
Sure.
Yeah, you
Okay.
the motion.
So I make a motion, go
You
ahead.
go for it.
I make a motion to postpone item 10, discussion with possible action regarding facilitation of Laredo or LFPC.
Laredo Food Policy Council. Okay, yes. Any discussion? None heard? All those in favor?
I second.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like, oh,
You second.
No, all those in favor, right?
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? None heard? The lease agreement for the property 1415 Chihuahua Street with the city of Laredo.
So we're proposing to take it to city council to release just the premises excluding the house, because they're still reviewing the assessment in regards to the property itself. So that's what we're proposing, to take it to the meeting on June the 16th, so we can have a valid lease. Once the building is available, then we will amend the lease. That's what we're proposing to do.
And you don't think between now and then we might have some resolution?
Between now to June, to be honest with you, I don't think so. At this point, they're reviewing the assessments. They need to make a determination of what it needs to be done and find the funding in order to make the repairs.
Who is,
We're collaborating with risk management, engineering, and management. So as announced, we don't have a lease, an executed lease, and to be able to use the property, would like to execute one as soon as possible.
so when are we gonna have, oh, so also, is that on? No. So do we need to have the lease executed to have access to the funds, or how do we have access to the?
To the funds?
Mhm.
No, the funds you already have access. As soon as you submit your required documentation, you can request a reimbursement. Well, it's not a reimbursement, because on this
Mhm.
time, to get paid at the beginning, and then on the next request for payment, you'll submit all the documentation.
And, do you know what that required documentation is?
No nos han dicho.
So in order to do that, you need to submit a cover letter telling us how much money you're requesting. There is a cap. How much is it?
80,000 for the first one, the first is 80,000.
So it's $80,000 that you can request. You do us a cover letter telling us what you're gonna ask us for. So,
Based on this?
correct.
Okay.
¿Cuánto es la cantidad?
No more than $80,000.
Okay, so we'll get that out to you. How long does it take to process?
The process may take about 2 weeks or less.
Okay, Feta, can you help me craft that letter?
Okay.
Maybe Jose can do it. I mean, right now, you're still the executive director.
But it's based on this, so
Correct.
we need to follow this.
So,
It's not based on what, it really is.
correct.
Okay.
So on the next request for payment, which there is a cap also $40,000, before we can release the next check, you will have to provide me all the supportive documentation for the first draw. So it will be invoices and check clearance.
But we're just hiring everybody. So,
So you would have to provide me with check stubs that the person got paid.
okay.
And also keep in mind that this contract does expire on September 30th. So we need to make sure that we spend all the money by that time, because it does not roll over.
September 30th?
Our checks need to be cleared by September
Correct.
30th.
So it's very similar to the report for the third-party funding stuff, right?
But if we use it, you said it's tied to this, but if we have other things, like you don't have to get permission or
We
something.
would have to amend the contract. If it's not a line item there, we would have to do it.
Utilities, general liability, maintenance and repairs, fringe benefits, health, stipend, and payroll, FF&E and supplies. Okay. Well, it's time to buy everything that we've wanted to buy. Okay, thanks. We need to, that's why we need to get this thing filled as quickly as possible, this position. Because if we don't use it by September 30th, we'll lose it.
Yeah, but some of those things, I feel Jose more than anyone would know what
No,
what
but,
is needed.
well, yes, some of these things, but we can go up on some of these things without changing the contract.
You can do, yes,
Yes.
you just let us know.
Okay, got it. Got it. Okay. Who?
So what did you ask him to do, Viviana?
No, only if, we need to craft the letter,
The cover letter.
the cover letter to them. They won't send us money unless we say we need the money.
Okay.
And what's,
And we're gonna say it's to cover all of these things.
You're gonna tell me for the $80,000.
For the 80, but these are the concepts that we're.
Correct.
Okay, that's all we gotta do.
and you said something about some documents that need to be added on there, or?
No,
No,
They-
that'll be on the next one. Before you can request an additional $40,000, I'm gonna need the backup for the first request.
Okay.
this is what I'm trying to tell you, is there anything that we can do to talk to people about what the house needs so that we can get in there? It would be
A lot of-
repairs and
A lot of the
maintenance.
purchases will go on
Repairs,
the house, yeah.
right, repairs and maintenance is part of what we're supposed to do. So, on some, up to a certain amount of money, $10,000 or something, I forgot what it was.
Yeah. So I will get back to you. So you mean that from your budget, you're willing to give $10,000 to make repairs to the house? Is that what?
I think that's part of the deal.
Okay.
Unless it's structural, like, okay, something that has to do with cracks or something like that. But if it's like, hey, put $10,000 for this lift, or put in this, or put in that, yes,
Okay, perfect.
that's, I think that's in the contract,
Okay, perfect.
okay?
Okay.
But
Then
you're supposed to give it to us functioning, and we're supposed to repair and
Thank